So moving on with implementation of DPDP, we'll now talk about what are the things that can wait and what are the things that cannot wait when you start looking at implementing DPDP for your organization. Is there a hurry? Is there a panic? Let's look about it. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you regularly see new content on privacy. We are going to talk about what can wait and what cannot wait in DPDP implementation. Is there an overload problem? I think it's more in the thought process. Looking at privacy by design, restructuring your processes can help you achieve compliance easily. However, at these early days, for all organizations, especially the non-tech savvy organizations, it appears that everything is mandatory, everything is urgent. Teams are trying to fix up everything at once. आज ही कर लेते हैं. And there is where the program fails. Why? Because everything cannot happen at once. What are the things that cannot wait or should be taken on top priority? High risk personal data. So organizations who are handling sensitive personal data. Maybe healthcare service providers. I'm not looking even at the large hospitals. They will say we are doing privacy for last 5 years. Are they doing is not an important thing. But if you go to large organizations, especially fintech, health tech, etc., they would have done a lot of work on privacy also because they were not waiting for the last 18 months. They have been working on it. They might be retweaking dependent on the update rules. But what about the service providers to them? The tech labs, the say not so large chains, say 5 labs in a city, but they have sensitive personal data, important healthcare data, right? Data that is shared with vendors, so the organizations who work with processors. Data principles, request handling, it cannot wait because data principles, user rights are one of the most important things. And then incident and breach readiness has to be there. Because if there's a breach and you say, well, I'm yet to prepare myself for DPDP, that can happen provided you are on the journey of implementing it. Right? You cannot say that I'll wait and watch and then I'll implement it. You need to have a clear internal ownership for deploying, implementing the privacy practices. Things that you can hold on for the time being, not that you can ignore them. Perfect privacy notices, make privacy notices and improvise them with time to come. When you are updating your processes, the notices would also in any case need improvisation. Full automation of systems, yes, that is something that can wait because organizations who are already on manual will need even time to migrate to automatic systems. Tools again discussed in the last video also. If my basic plan is not ready, buying tools, dashboards, matrices, you'll do that. Put privacy in practice first, right? So you don't need these policy templates, notice templates, them to be perfect, tools, automation. They're not the first items to be done. They need to be done in any case. Simple rule you should ask yourself, does delay increase, harm the individuals? If you think not having a privacy policy is harming an individual, is that causing a breach? Well, if you think it is so, then you need to have the privacy policy first. Practically, first you should ensure that the breach is avoided. Does it bring in regulatory issues? Regulatory issues right now will arise if there is a breach, not because there is no privacy notice. You have time, still have time of around 14 months right now. We are in February 26. Is there a possibility of reputational risk? That is something which is important. But then again, would reputation go off for not having a privacy notice or a perfect privacy notice or go off with breach? Does the delay stop future DPDP work? This is very, very important. You need to understand that if you are delaying something, does it really impact the future DPDP work in your organization? The real core thing is organizations fail because they create panic. They create panic, lose direction, and eventually instead of moving fast, they end up moving slow or they end up moving in the wrong direction. Either cases, either slow in wrong direction, has a negative impact on implementing the privacy practices. So that's about what can wait and what cannot wait when you are planning your implementation phase. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you think you need any help in deploying or designing any privacy component for your organization, put in a feedback in the comment section. I'll get back to you. Thank you.